Welcome, 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 welcome. It's your favorite neighborhood birdie here once again. Bit cold. I know, we're getting into the spring months and I'm complaining about the cold again. What gives? How are we all doing tonight? I see a serendipity who knows exactly what she did. It may be cut out of the VOD because of the time she did it, but in fact, it will be cut out of the VOD by the time she did it. But thank you for the resub, Saren. You are amazing as always, eh? And I mean, she's the birthday girl, or well, she was 2 days ago. So why aren't we Why? I should be giving her the gifted sub. I'll work something out later. But yes, we are back to Trigger Happy Havoc, where shit has really started to hit the fan. We thought Sakura would survive anything and everything. And yet, she is the latest victim of the killing game. If somebody can get to Sakura, there's not much chance for the rest of us. But we still have the mystery of how she actually died. And, of course, who killed her. And how they managed to kill them in a locked room. Let's work it out together, shall we? You know, before we start singing our final dead lullaby. Is that your equivalent of putting F's in chat? Right, so Sakura is very much dead, and the Monokuma file on this one was wrong button. The Monokuma button on this one was strange. Excuse me. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. And that's all the information we're getting. Alright, well, I think it's safe to say we can see where the blood was. Let's stay in front of the magazine shelf, okay? Why is it so far away from where she died? Well, you're a smart man, Makoto. You figure it out. Why make me do all the fucking work? Alright, I'm just doing the obvious ones right now. Like, I have no idea what this rap is.
Huh? Well...
You gave it to her. It's a candy. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me. Yeah? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. Okay. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. Okay. As soon as I could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room and pigged the fuck out! I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. So she did pig the fuck out.
I mean...
Okay. But now they've lost all their flavour. Aww. Don't worry, Aoi. Have a donut, that'll cheer you up. The polka dot candy wrapper. Okay. Alright, what is this? Shards of glass. Okay. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, yeah? Thank you, Captain Obvious. Oh, something else near the glass. It's a figure, it fits in the palm of my hand. Apparently it's a figure of Monokuma giving a night up the ass. What? Okay, the Monokuma figure. I'm not immediately sure about that one. Alright, let's examine her. I mean, she was happy enough to examine a boy. And like I said in that argument, I wouldn't care who examined me if I was a girl, if I was dead, because I'm dead. I'm sure she won't mind. Obvious evidence of the blow to the head. Okay. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But this is Sakura we're talking about. She also vomited blood, yes. And there is a trace of blood on her lips. Okay. Oops. Sorry if I just hit the mic there. Oh well, I did just hit the mic there, so sorry. What would have caused her to vomit blood? Interesting. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. What do you want, asshole?
That's fine.
Your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Don't say that when I'm examining a woman! Even if they are dead.
Naturally.
Does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Alright. Oh! The locker's finally fucking open. And there on the inside, a handprint.
Why?
Yes, what is a handprint doing here? We may never know. Someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh, yeah. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and left behind a little something etched.
Wrong.
You are not following you're not following the line of logic here. Why? The door was fucking locked. We've been staring at the locker the entire time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, the handprint is, it's confusing me a little here. Do I need a Rhyhorn? No. Alright. Ah, I wonder if that glass is one of these bottles, because I seem to remember there being at least 5 or 6 here before. Inside each bottle is some kind of Monokuma figurine. Ah, that's where that's come from. What I'm wondering is how to get those figurines inside the bottles. I mean, have you never seen a ship in a bottle? I can't imagine it's that dissimilar. Either that, or it's done prior to the bottle or wild bottles being formed. There's a multitude of ways it could be done.
So,
Oh, thank you!
in other words,
A Monokuma bottle? Jesus Christ. It's the Monokuma bottle! I just did that. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. Okay. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, yes, put it all together! Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle. Too early to say that, but there's definitely... The bottle was used somehow. Alright. We're not caring about any of that.
what the heck?
Yeah, we said that last time, and look what happened.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya Tokuwa Hero had to be one of them. How does it feel sitting on that fence, Makoto? Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her in the rec room. Interesting. After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together. Okay. Oh yes, Aoi was also attacked by Ginseng Jack. Obviously not killed, because, well, here she is. But, yeah, something to keep in mind. Eventually, she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me she'd left a note for each of them. Okay. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. Curious. You would not have stopped Sakura, just saying. Like, when it comes to own will, boy, did she have it in spades. Although, to be fair, she also had the strength to back it up. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Okay. But the fact she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, there's definitely a connection there. So we are going to have to talk to the three of them. Okay, no worries. Well, I'm going to start with Kyoko.
However,
Yeah, that's the part I don't get.
it's true.
She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. Yeah! So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? Maybe she was the ultimate liar. Oh wait, no, we killed her in the last chapter. Did someone get the upper hand? What do you mean?
Certainly.
Curious. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room. The glass, I'm guessing, is for us.
So,
An empty protein machine, okay?
wrong.
What That's what it's meant to be. But still, the protein can... It's got a label that says Chem A2. Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab is all kinds of health stuff. Yeah? So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab, up on the 4th floor. Yeah.
Just a
That makes
second.
sense.
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? What, all the glass? That was us, I would imagine.
correct.
But they aren't scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Underneath it? Are you saying some of the glass may have been there already?
So,
Unless I hit it with a door on the way in. Curious. Alright. Fess up, asshole.
What?
That'll be a yes then. Okay.
Come on.
In a way, I hope you are the murderer. I cannot wait to see you dead. The fucking smug arrogance it's... Ugh. So this door's the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence the mountings have been tampered with. But there definitely was a chair in front of it blocking it. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. We did that. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't think there's anything suspicious about the door itself. I mean, that itself is kind of suspicious, isn't it? Especially when you consider this door was shoved up against the doorknob to block us from getting in. There's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. But why was the chair shoved up against it? So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. But then how did the killer get out? You're not making sense.
listen.
Yes?
So then,
You probably go talk to people. I'm in guard duty, so I can't leave. Fair enough.
listen to me.
Bitch, I'm going anyway! I'm the protagonist! Oh yeah. I'm beginning to think that's just her gently. Alright, time to leave and see what the other two people wanted. Those other two probably went back to their rooms. And apparently we're going to a room. Because the game dictates that I do. Alright, so Kyoko, Kiyotaka, Mondo's dead, Makoto's dead, Byaku's upstairs, Sayaka's dead, Junko's dead, Toko, here's the first one. Hello, motherfucker!
Who's there?
the most negative aura I've ever felt. You've never been to one of my streams, have you, Mikono?
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach.
And the smell of you makes me sick to mine.
I was in such a good mood, too.
Shouldn't look like it, yeah, fair.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
What do you honestly think the answer to that question is?
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? Ah, that I do, my dear. That's right, I know.
Well,
You're lying. Yep, yeah, you did. Thanks for confirming it. Yeah, it was obvious even before that point. I admitted I did get the note, okay? But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, please vacate yourself from my nostrils. Christ, we're getting everyone's account here. Alright, that's one down. Who else we got? Chihiro's dead. Celeste is dead. Aoi's upstairs. Sakura is obviously dead. Leon's dead. Yasuhiro. Okay.
You know?
Yes, I needed something.
What?
How do you know about that? I'm not an idiot.
Could it be?
You, on the other hand, are an idiot. I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. True. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. Yeah?
What?
So you did go to see her. And she asked me to meet with her. Yeah, except no. I'm not buying that. Yeah, you are talking out of your arse.
How about that?
Yes, yes it is.
You got it all wrong.
Yep.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
Haven't seen her since. Yeah, show me the note.
Hey, come on.
Extra suspicious. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Ooh? That's the sweet rattle. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
I don't believe you.
What?
Something's rotten in the state of Denmark. And it may very well be Toko. No, there's more. There has to be more to it. So I've heard from Toro. What next? Yeah. I definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor. Sure, it must have come from the chem lab. Probably should go to the chem lab then. How many coins do I have? I just realized 60. Actually, while I'm here, go back to... go back into the men's room. Alright, you're not letting us in. Fine. Alright, let's go up to the 4th floor then. As soon as I remember where the stairs are, they're on this side of it. I just want to ask who designed this building and ask them what kind of drugs they were on when they did. Because the layout of this building doesn't exactly make sense. Right, we're chem lamp's the other side. Why are you here? No, what I meant to say is, fuck you, get the fuck out my road. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Alright. 3 shelves will be connected together to make one giant shelf. Okay. More important right now, what's the powder? Okay. Broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this with the powder? C4. I hope it's not. I'm presuming it's not actual C4. I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Okay, so this only happened before noon?
So, in other words...
So if that's really what happened, it must be really the case, yeah. Alright. Yellow powder, that's fine. So, shelf B has a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. Reagents. But simply, they use experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Yeah. Oh, you're being extra assholey today. Which is saying something for you.
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application to the real world? Think again!
That's fine.
Yeah, well, you're trapped here too, so... Okay, all the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B. Which makes sense, because I think the bottle downstairs was B. Suppose anything out of the ordinary here. In which case I don't have to worry too much about the shelf. Okay. So this... all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Why is there poison why is there sea poison in amongst them? The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. I'm no expert, but that one on the far left does not say A. One bottle here labeled chemical C9. Someone have put it here on accident. Not likely. Alright, and this is going to be all the poisons, I presume. Oh, hell yes! That is a lot of poison! And other powerful chemicals, okay. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. Okay. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, and Section C is lethal chemicals. Sakura must have got the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison doing there? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely something going on there. Excuse me. Oh. And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Okay, and before long I'll draw up a sketch of the room. Fair enough. Let's have a look. The word rough does not begin to explain it. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say.
I see.
It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had put this at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me, yeah.
I see. It's certainly possible.
Of course they're not.
What?
Not to mention they're not covered in fucking powder. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Are they yours? Should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor, yep. The remains of a bloken. Yeah. There's the remains of a bloke. Looks like the bottle was labelled Chem C4. Oh, so it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell from now. So, my feet are too big. So, I'm thinking it's a girl that left these footprints. Just based on the law of averages, women do have smaller feet than men, on average. That itself is circumstantial, but I don't know. That's my first guess. Alright, time for the rec room. Get me away from this motherfucker. Right now. Alright, rec room. That's back on the 3rd floor. God. I'm getting... my bearings are all over the place right now.
Hey,
Going quite well. I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me.
I see.
Yes, but I'm not buying it.
Anyway,
You have. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma balls. Okay. These 3 things reveal new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Alright, well, I will start with... I'll start with the magazines. An upside-down magazine. Capital ladies? What? Oh my gosh. Did someone put it back that way on accident? I don't know.
hey,
So I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. What? One of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word has been written in bold, bloody letters. Toko.
correct. So,
Someone used their finger to write.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. Okay. It was already like that with a okay. There. Yeah, it does.
What the heck?
No, it doesn't.
I won't forgive you.
Well, you're fucking headstrong, I'll give you that. But I still maintain more tits than brains. It's not, there's no way that's conclusive though. And if it was written in blood, then if it was Sakura that wrote it, there should be blood on her finger. Oh. Anyway, I want to check the Monokuma bottles there as well. I'm struggling to see anything new in this one.
hey,
There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, you should find it. Well, they're all different items.
so,
I don't mean guiding you towards clues, but giving you a conclusion is a good idea. I can't disagree with what she's saying. I would have punched him for that. I do trust you to a degree. Yeah, the question is, which fucking degree? Oops. Alright, so...
hey,
There's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. What do you mean, other than the fact they exist? I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? You're not gonna smash me upside the head with one of the bottles, are you?
Anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken bottle? Okay. You think some of the pieces might be missing? Or maybe there's 2 bottles?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a third investigation, and that obnoxious Byakuma's not here. Obnoxious is not the word!
So then,
We need to go to the camera. I wonder. I took the broom and dustpan, got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Okay. Good morning? Where the fuck are you? Hang on. Is it not afternoon for you?
so then,
Alright, let's go. How are you doing today, Steph?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Uh-huh. Now I'm confused. I just always say morning. Ah, fair enough. Of the Monokuma balls, I'm presuming. I see where this is going.
listen.
Okay, first let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles. And they're balanced, okay? Even though they've got different objects in them, they are balanced, okay? I'm good mostly just doing a pork sukiyaki in the slow cooker for supper, so excited. Oh. Hey, Steph, this might be a bit tricky, given that I don't know where you live, but I do know it's, absolutely nowhere fucking near me. Can I come by for dinner?
In other words,
Okay, so each bottle weighs about the same. Fair. Uh-huh. Monokuma figures are basically the same, nothing else can really affect the weights. Okay.
so then,
Now, if all the pieces are the same, the glass would largely be the same weight. Well, plus the Monokuma figure. Okay.
so then,
Ah, okay. The Monokuma bottle is heavier? Or the Smash bottle is heavier? I can send a copy of the recipe in the Discord. It's great and easy. No need. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but hang on, you don't even have me on Discord. But I also don't have a slow cooker, so it would be wasted on me. I assume you're in the V block? The what? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Which means the pieces from that bottle are not from the bottle down here?
In other words, hey,
What do you think? It's all on you. No pressure. Well, and apparently that's all we're getting. Right, now I need to examine Sakura once more. I'm curious about her finger and her feet. Sounds really bad out of context, but if you've been paying attention, it does make sense.
Just a second. Hey,
I'm working on it!
whew.
There's no getting around it. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. Well, the day that you do get used to seeing a dead body is the day you lose your humanity. So in my case, I died a long time ago.
It's true. So... Hey,
Aha! Okay, why is she wearing shoes with her own name on them?
correct.
Yellow powder instead. That would be the poison powder from upstairs.
I see.
That powder's clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow. She was hit multiple times? But instead received 2 blows to the head.
Indeed. Correct.
And both of her hands were spotless, there's no trace of blood on either one. So that message about Toko was not written by her.
It's true.
So then who left it? Oh, you're kidding me. That's all the investigating we got to do? Oh boy. I just love the reaction of, I don't need to say anything, do I?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
Yes, kindly off yourself and let us out.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Oh my god.
See you soon.
I was expecting a little more than that. Oh, Jesus. Well, you can easily make it out this little quicker if you want to, like the VBlock Discord server is just an easy spot to connect. You're welcome. You're welcome to check it out. No pressure. Links in my about page. No, fair enough. Fair enough. I was meaning to get round to joining a Discord server for everyone. I just haven't got round to everyone yet. And I knew some people hadn't actually set one up yet. And I actually may have got you mixed up with somebody else. Anyway. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to beat up one after another. And then... Actually, that could be my thumbnail. In the absence of any other better ones, that could be my thumbnail. Or maybe I'll take one from my screenshots yesterday, the other day.
What?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive. I'm going to kill you. Wink.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, God. You're on a picnic and you find a dead body. Yeah, they do have some rules, obviously, but pretty standard. Lots of guys games jump into games to get fun. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I've also got, if you ever want to join my server, I've got my own one as well, alongside Alyssa.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative. I'm pregnant! Sad face.
Yes, indeed.
Actually, in my case, it'd be what the fuck. Do you have 100 friends? You and your fucking emotes. What?
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I don't think he's mastered emotes yet. Okay, you can tell at this point the writers were just having a bit of fun.
Just the worst.
Don't look at me! Don't be mean!
What the heck? What the heck?
She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. That person is you? That person is one of us! I will get you. I will kill you. I will survive. Smite face. Alright, let's see where it stands.
What the heck? What the heck?
Don't look at me!
Alright, let's descend into madness. Well, more than we're already in. Okay. God, it is amazing how empty this elevator looks now compared to how it did in the first chapter. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. Let me guess, he's redecorated again. The doors opened once again. Yep. Huh. Just the 6 of you, really? Well, yes, everyone else is dead. Why the Egyptian thing?
It's kind of depressing.
Well, there is that, yeah. Well, the class trial ends with one less classmate again. Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your side seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. So, what are we dealing with this time? Multiple suspects. Murder in a locked room. If anyone was likely to survive, it was Sakura. And yet... the 6 of us are all that remains. Give me a couple of minutes, folks, and when we come back... it's time for the trial of a lifetime. Again. Give me a few. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for proceedings to begin. I won't lie. The last couple of cases, I've had like an inkling as to who the murderer might be. Here, I haven't a fucking clue. But, I should have a few new skills to play with. Crystal Prediction decreases an argument to 3 statements or less. Effective during the non-stop debate and the bullet time final battle, the final strike. What does that mean? Well, it costs 5 SP, but I only have an extra 4 to play with, so... let me see. Huh? Oh, that was weird. Yes, that costs 2. Costs 4. Hang on. Increases the time limit for each phase. Honestly, I think I could probably take this one off, because the time seems okay at the moment. If it turns out to be too bad, I will absolutely fucking roll back and put it back on, but I'm gonna take that one off. And put Crystal Prediction on. The thing is, if I had 1 more SP, I'd be able to just go and fucking do it, but no! Alright, yeah, we'll give this a go. Ugh. Alright, let's do it. All rise for Judge
Begin with a
Monokuma.
basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we don't.
Whoa, deja vu.
Thank you! I was just thinking that.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Yeah, the person that killed her is any one of the rest of you. Pretty much.
Idiot.
For once, I agree with him.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Right. Yes, so why one of those three? Oh, we're jumping straight in. Always a count. Okay.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Some concrete reason why he suspects those three specifically. Well, we do know that Sakura specifically asked those three to meet her in the rec room.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Yeah, but we don't have conclusive proof on any of them. I don't know. Pocket trash, okay.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
Great.
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Oh, wait, no,
There's no
no.
way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Yeah, and I know who. I know exactly who.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet, there's no way that one of you is absolutely.
I don't deny that
I never went to see her.
It's not Byakuya.
I didn't either.
It's not Toko.
Yeah, same here. I never saw...
It's you.
No, that's wrong.
It just dawned on me. You've got
Kira.
the trash.
When we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
That's a good one for out of context.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
I don't believe you.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
No, that's not right. Sakura could have only got the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that... Sakura loved candy too much to share! Well, when Sakura got the candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was,
Are you going to end up being the murderer again? After I've talked to you? Seriously, every single person I've talked to in free time so far has either died or been executed. Apart from Yasuhiro at this point. If he ends up being the guilty party, I'm not sure how to react.
oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
I got a huge problem with that, yes.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
No, you are.
More hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Dude, you might want to reach into your pants. I think your balls have got up to your fucking throat.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Someone had. I don't think it's her.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
You weren't with us when we found it, so when did you see it? Hey, Alyssa, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better, darling.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
No.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
But when Kyoka found the magazine with the dying message, it was on the shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
No, I found a fucking vibrator in the magazine shelf. What do you think?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense?
Thank you, dear. Let's see how tonight goes, I guess. But felt a lot better today. How's the stream going? It's another quiet one, unfortunately, at the moment. But it is what it is. Birthday girl stopped by and said hi, though. So definitely be sure to give her some love. Well, 2 days late, but birthday girl nonetheless.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Dude, nothing you say makes perfect sense. But nothing you say makes any sense. Mister, I had my fucking hamburger abducted by aliens. Which, P.S., I am in the middle of making a song about. I haven't finished it yet, though. That's why it wasn't in the intro today. Kyoka found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Okay. The magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Do it
When
then.
Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I don't think it's the message itself. I'm gonna have to absorb something here. The magazine was on the shelf. It's...
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Yeah, I think I know what the contradiction is.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell
I
you when
missed it!
I found
Fuck!
the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Oh,
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
oh, right there.
and I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
I
shelf.
am not good at hitting this
When I
one.
pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
No,
There we go. Jesus.
when Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Why are you lying to us?
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
The Vienna sausage? What?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Thank you! I completely agree with that.
He's just trying to confuse us.
He's done a good job.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
We know she didn't.
Yeah?
No.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Nope.
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Yeah, that's precisely why I know it's not true. Oh! Oh, God, no! We're doing a bullet time battle now?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
Ugh, one day.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Show me the proof! Here it is! God, I hate that fucking
I'm
bullet time
completely
battles.
unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
So what?
Then Who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
True.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You wrote it.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
That? What? That came out of nowhere?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
Okay.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. Okay, so she was alive at the time. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence.
Okay.
Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Okay.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed.
At this rate, you're going to be anyway.
So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Wait, that doesn't add up. If you wanted to accuse Toko, wouldn't you make it a little bit more obvious?
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
At this rate, we're going to.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
Gonna stick a fork in you?
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's plenty more we've not explained.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So, what is it Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What would he have had to do after writing the message? Well, he put the magazine was hidden.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
It was definitely not on the table, though.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
I would assume Toko.
they must not have liked what was written on it.
Kyoko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
I don't see what else it could have been.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
He admitted to attacking her. But... there's a lot of it. This is not adding up. I'm pretty sure Kyoko said she was attacked twice. Or she was hit twice. And I still don't. And if Yasuhiro was the one to kill her, the chair being locking the room still doesn't make sense.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So... what do you want me to do?
What you always do in these games, testify!
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
Nice try, asshole. You picked the wrong one. You picked the wrong one to spam.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Okay. We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. Attacker, yes. Killer, I don't think so. I have to prove that. Okay. Kyoko's examination surveyed the status of Sakura's body and the yellow powder. Okay.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing,
Wait,
the bottle shattered,
yeah, that.
and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
No, he's actually just confessed that he's not. Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but this doesn't end there. There's something that proves that the wounds in her head. Yeah.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
I don't remember which one it's on.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
Yes, 2.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once.
That's a
How could
hobby.
she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Are you sure?
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
I don't think so.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
4 Monokuma bottles sitting on the shelf. It just doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? 4 Monokumas sitting on the shelf.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
Yep.
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Wait a minute. That really doesn't add up. If there were 2 Monokuma bottles that were used in the attacks, wouldn't there have been 2 chess pieces? Which means where's the other one? I wonder if that one is actually the other Monokuma bottle. But again, why? A lot of this is not adding up.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Because her eyes work. Well, better than mine anyway.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. It's the object... well... How much more in your face would you like to make it? Well, that definitely sums it up. Yep. Yep. No. Shit. Come on. I need an E. And it gives me all of them. Give me a P. There we go.
Now I understand. That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Yeah, the pawn, the rook, the bishop, and the king, it looks like. And we've got the knights as well, so the queen is missing.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
Alright, if a 2 Monokuma bottles were used, where's the queen?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those four. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Yeah, she's in another castle.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
The game itself, nothing. But the fact that one of the queen bottle is missing?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
I love how even she got confused with it.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
I was excited! Wait. That's why the glass was heavier.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
We weaved the glass.
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
The weight. Where is it? There we go. The Monokuma bottle experiment.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
Hmm?
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles,
Otaro.
along with the figure inside.
I do like Otaro, even though I've got one.
But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
We know that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved, yep. It must have been used by some bowling aficionados. What's going on with some of these answers? It had to have been used by the second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
Huh?
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
So Toko did go. She was the second. Yeah, she would have been the second attacker.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Huh?
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Dude, you thought you killed her!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
That's a hell of a thing to be wrong about.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
When?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Considering it's you, I can believe that.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think there's come loose.
I don't think he had any to begin with.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
Oh, I think I know where she disappeared to.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
You're one to talk. You're literally a serial killer. Not ridiculous at all. No. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I suspect I already have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, bullet time battle? Oh no. Oh, here's me thinking we only got one of these a case. So far, you've probably been pressing the triangle button during your final strike without a second thought. Yeah? But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate, simply press the L1 button. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, God. Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Oh, God, really? I'm only halfway through it? Oh, God. How am I only halfway through? There's literally 6 people left out of the initial 15. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough!
That didn't go well.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough!
Last charge on the floor. Nope. The locker
This
hangs
should
there.
prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
That went disastrously, that match. But I'm still here, so, yeah.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
It should, it's yours.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Whoa, she lost her stutter.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Which is more than can be said for you.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Oh, never mind, the stutter's back.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
What the fuck?
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
And what were you going to do if everyone did turn up? Just casually walk out of the locker and be like, I am here!
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
The wrong way round. Thanks for making it obvious.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Why?
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Ooh.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
Okay, that's actually terrifying!
When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines.
Wait. What? Hang on.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? Oh.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
She's off her fucking rocker!
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories.
Don't?
So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Would you...
Water everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
Would you stop doing that?
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible.
I mean, to be fair, if you woke up and the first thing you saw was that, you'd freak the fuck out as well.
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
Yakima. You and Jill are made for each other.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Seeing him squirm at Jack's because of Jack, I don't know why. It brings me a lot of enjoyment.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote. What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet?
There's
Why not
still
yet?
a lot that's not been explained, so this
Don't you
makes
think
sense.
there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
I mean, yeah.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Help me. Oh shit, I never turned the streamer mode on. Well, I have now. What was that sound bite though? Jesus. The one who killed Sakura is... Kyoko's examination, status of Sakura's body, yellow powder. Okay.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Wait, part of the shell? So if the second shot from Togo is what killed Sakura, then the problem is, where did Sakura die? She was at the couch. Or on the couch, not in it. I mean, if she ended up in it, I'd be impressed. So, hang on. Right, I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. It's not
I
this.
was just
Is it
sleeping
the status of the body? Actually, I
And all
think
of
it
a
is
sudden,
the status of
Sakura
the
was
body.
right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, what's wrong? We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
And there's still no explanation as to why the door was jammed from the inside.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves this an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Well, the bloodstain.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
There's something I could say to that, but I won't.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Nope.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
I agree.
Oh, that part's easy.
Is it?
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No, I don't think it's as easy as
While
that.
everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, we can't. That's not
No,
right.
I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because we saw it was open. I was in the locker!
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Give me a sec, I need a drink.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Oh, she doesn't know.
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Not to mention, killing Sakura, a woman, is very much against her modus operandi.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
You're missing something so important. Honestly, yes. If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Yeah, Monica file for always account the yellow powder, okay.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Wait a minute. I want to have a look at the file. Victim is Sakura Ogami, time of death is estimated to be around 14. The body was discovered in the rec room on the third floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted, however, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So
Oh,
you're
that
dead
was
set
it.
on blaming
Fuck.
me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her.
No, it's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, Maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
With what?
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
God damn, you're thorough!
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned? I mean, we did find a lot of poison on the 4th floor, so...
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Somewhere else too, by the sound of it.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Why not?
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Okay.
You can explain it?
What he means is he's going to set the summary and then make me do the fucking explanation.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
What do you mean?
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Chemical C9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
I don't drink an entire fucking bottle then.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
I know where he found it.
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
No.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison, I'm sure I know where he got it. And it's on the same shelf as the supplements. Section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yes?
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Why indeed?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Is he trying to off himself? Yakura put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. What the fuck? But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
That wasn't poison, was it?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
And Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
So the bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. So does that mean the bottle of protein powder was actually filled with poison? Oh, we're doing this again. Okay. That's not powder. Oh, drink. Okay. That's fine. What do I need? I need an R. T. E. Oop. There we go. D. R. I. N. And there we go.
Now I understand.
Okay.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the
why?
protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Well, that would have been the protein drink itself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Okay.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains.
Yeah, true.
So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
I'm not sure I buy that.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
You do you? Ooh. Apparently I have that already, but okay. I should probably buy a few more on here. There we go.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
So, who switched them? Has to be what we found on the shelf. That would be... the footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Okay.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
Okay.
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Are we?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
And Monica was just like there. This is getting interesting.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Now that I can honor, or I can appreciate.
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
How many people are gonna claim to have killed Sakura? We're at 3 so far.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Aoi and me.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Just had 6 French toast, 4 baby cinnamon bread, and 2 normal, serving of eggs, 4 servings of home fries, and 2 servings of bacon for dinner. It's very yummy. Hello, Midgard. Hello.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
I mean, her closest friend is dead. I mean, are you surprised? Not to mention this is the 4th time we've had to go through this shit.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Also, you've made me want some French toast now. I don't like cinnamon, but oh my god, I love French toast. I don't know what it is, but... French... This is gonna sound really weird, but... My mother makes a really good French toast. But it's a savoury dish over here. But you think of French toast in, like, say, IHOP, it's a sweet dish. And I love them both. Either way, though, you've made me want some.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... The 2 of them were so close.
Like you and Sayaka. Look how that turned out. Don't use cinnamon in your French toast, I'm also not a fan of it. But I had a little vanilla? Ooh.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Cinnamon maple bread French toast with margarine and cinnamon sugar on top. Extra plus tier delicacy. No. Get rid of the cinnamon. Get rid of all the cinnamon. I would describe it as F triple minus tier.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it!
Cinnamon is delicious. No, it isn't.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Until you listen.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well... That doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
I mean, it would be nice.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Well, you can start telling the truth for starters.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
That doesn't add up.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
No, I'm not buying it.
That story you just told.
It's just that, a story.
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true... Yeah, the footprints don't make sense.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
I wish somebody would fucking kill him already, seriously. Footprints in the powder. Source the powder, pen wedge shell. It's gotta be footprints.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Yeah, that's
And
the contradiction
that's where
right
I
there.
switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Until we get it right, god damn it!
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the and you spilled some of the powder. Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle.
Okay.
And then I moved from section C.
No, that's wrong.
You couldn't have.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
You couldn't have.
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
Well, I'm pretty sure at this point we would find fucking cinnamon in Section C. I mean, it is poison, so...
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
They were nowhere near Section C.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
And what weird direction would disguise her from being anywhere near Section C in the first place?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
So I didn't notice it like that.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
You went straight to Section A and straight back.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
God damn, we're actually getting some emotion from them.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
They're not?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
What is this, fucking Franny Von Karma?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison
Oh,
you gave
okay.
me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I broke something this same shade of blue. Bottle of poison. Oh, the Rec Room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Where was it broken?
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
I have no idea.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was the bottle of poison? Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the Rec Room window? According to what Hina told us... No, it's usually Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
So did Aoi take the bottle at that point and then take it up to the chem lab? And switch it out for the bottle of protein?
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Because the glass was on top of it.
Wait, hold on.
Or sorry,
You're
it was
moving
on
too
top of the
fast.
glass.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
Not that I can think of.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Absolutely it's loaded. Just answer it.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
God damn, he's actually flustered.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Because she actually has brain cells and isn't a complete fucking self-centered asshole. It was after it was opened. Okay, we're gonna get this thing. Okay. I'm presuming it's gonna be the empty protein drink here. It's a presumption.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible.
No,
it
it's
had
very
to have been
possible.
in there the whole time.
Ah, shit.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Oh, well,
No, it's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
that was actually quite an easy one.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
They were under it.
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
I mean, it's a smart idea.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
You're kidding. Holy. Hang on. Hang on. I never considered this angle. Oh, that's dark. If that's what actually happened, that is dark. Was this suicide?
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
That would explain why the door was jammed from the inside.
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Why?
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
And you can prove it?
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Wow, actually getting some apologies from him. He's really flustered.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
No, there's no way she would do that willingly. And I can't think of any way to coerce her.
What do you think, Makoto?
Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh, wow. Okay. Fucking hell. The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It was Sakura herself.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
I don't think she was murdered, per se. I genuinely think this is straight up suicide.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, We know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Oh, not another one!
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Oh, God.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Oh, that's it.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should
It
prove
would let me change it. That was painful.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Over's foot?
She's the one that spilled it.
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Ooh, I won.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. She took her own life.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't exactly want to believe it myself, but that's where all the roads are going right now.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Well, you better go touch the sky then.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura created the locked room. Sakura created the locked room secret! Ouch!
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. she sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
She knew it was suicide.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
But why? Because if she had thrown off the investigation, we'd all be dead.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Putting it on the glass.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
But again, the act of doing that, if we had fallen for it, we would all be dead. Executed for making the wrong decision. Everybody dies. Nobody wins. There are no victors this time on Takeshi's Castle.
No!
And again, this is leading back to the more tits and brains argument. I keep
killed
coming
her!
back.
I did it!
No, you didn't.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
Huh?
You have to end this properly.
Okay. Closing argument. Alright, 20 minutes. Let's go. So Sakura wanted to help Hiro, wanted to talk to Hiro, Toko, and one other person. Byakuya. Christ, that's an evil image. Okay. Toko got to the rec room early and hid somewhere. That would be the locker. Or is that one the locker? I'll have to have a think of that one. Okay, Act 3. Yasuhiro comes in, offers a sweet. Yasuhiro overreacts and smashes the Monokuba bottle over her face. What was in the Monokuma bottle that Hiro hit Sakura with? That would be the grenades. Especially considering you can't see it there. Alright. And then what did Hiro do to try to cover up the murder he thought he'd committed? He tried to oops, shit. Sorry, hang on. Tried to, he wrote Toko's name in the book and left the book on the table and then fled like a little girl. Toko, meanwhile, who was in the locker, would have come out of the locker, presumably. They would have seen, she would have seen the notes. And then she got rid of the magazine. At which point, Sakura woke up, startled Toko. Toko, seeing the blood, fainted, became Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack woke up, and the first reaction, hit the, it would have hit her with the Queen Ball. She then hit the evidence of her being there, but not too well. Sakura woke up again. What actually killed Sakura came from the camera, right? Shit, which one is it? Oh, okay, it's gotta be this one because it's the bloody hand. And then later, the three of us find the body. We find Sakura dead. There's something on the floor near Sakura's body which someone grabbed. That would be... That would be the chemical bottle. What was it? They switched with the bottle of poison and left on the right room floor. That would have been that one. Alright, I think we've got it.
The killer is you!
Hey,
This
Sarah,
case began
welcome
when
in.
Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, I did get that the right way around.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the clean chest piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Wow, I actually got the whole thing right in one go
That's
this
the full
time.
truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
It still doesn't entirely make sense to me.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you're an idiot!
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Sometimes the logical conclusion isn't necessarily the right one. So, there was no murder. I got a B in that? Fuck off! Oh, for God's sake. Overall, like, how the fuck did I get a B in that? Ugh. 100% correct, and I got a B. What the fuck? Maybe because it took so long? Oh, thank you for the Morikuba coins.
Okay, okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
How do we vote for someone that... How do we vote for someone when there isn't a murderer?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Yeah, we kind of figured that out.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
There's still one thing I don't understand. Why?
Come on.
Yeah, and this, I don't understand this part either. If the truth hadn't come to the light, you would have died along with the rest of us. Yeah, everyone would be dead.
What are you thinking?
Don't be mean!
What is this?
Oh. I'm not sure how to respond to that. The reason she died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed it. No, none of us did.
You should have been the one to die! What?
We have to atone for our sins. Some of us haven't committed any.
What?
What is this?
Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Yes, sort of, maybe. Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a question I have to ask. Oh god, I'll ask it in a minute. Sorry about that, folks. That came out of nowhere. So, there's something about this I'm not getting. Sakura invited 3 people up to the rec room. Hina, Byakuya, and Toko. All up to the rec room about the same time. About noonish. Why? Was she going to drink the poison in front of them? Die in front of them? And create an alibi? Or not create an alibi, but... I mean, the moment she would have died in front of those three, assuming that scenario, the dead body announcement would have gone off at that exact moment of death. Something about this is not adding up. In fact, a lot of this is still not adding up. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. Jesus. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... I remember this, yes.
No forgiveness! I can't forgive this!
She was Monokuma's spy. She wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them.
But...
Hina.
Don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
What are you saying? I won't forgive you. Why? Huh?
Hina. Hina.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm not saying much right now. I'm trying to take all this in.
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
And that was the last conversation I had with her. She didn't want to see you. She didn't want Aoi to see her die. Oh my god. She pushed you away to have enough time to create the locked room.
Please! Why? 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 Why?
I mean, what can I say at this point?
Hey, hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you were about to deliver the final tearjerker, but wow, that got heavy.
Hey!
It's just taking so long. Fucking hell. Do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? Is there any way to know?
What is this?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? Explain. What if it was really like this? As a tranquil spawns, that's appropriate. Actually, no, that's the furthest thing from appropriate.
What the heck?
Of course. Yep.
Sakura's suicide. Then what the hell does Aoi have?
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hira and put in her room.
Huh? Unbelievable. Well now.
It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. It's a suicide note. Does it really need one? Wow.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? Yes. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Wow.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. And scene. Cut!
And?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. Oh boy.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? What do you mean? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place? No, I can't say that I have.
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? Well, yeah, I'm not getting into that discussion.
Enough already.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, let's see if he actually does read it out. Oh, no. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night at this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Wow. Wow. This. Oh, wow, this took a turn.
No way!
Correct. However,
Well, add the bottle of poison, to be fair.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try and stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. Why those three? I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
What are you gonna do? Uh-oh. Too bad.
The next victim has been decided. It has?
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for Tricky Hero with that fake suicide note. Yeah. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together. Yeah, good luck convincing Byakuya and Toko of that.
You know? Well,
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want? How strange.
This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. Is it though?
Phew!
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. You just don't get it, do you? I'm sorry, what? Where did that come from?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hira were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sentiment. Shut up.
What?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to. A fuck ton of books up on the library.
It's all clear now.
And that's to keep the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism.
Hey,
But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
I always sounded kinky. Hang on, punishment time? Who is there to punish?
What?
Yeah!
But
Wrong.
Oh, just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Oh, thank fuck for that. I'm very particular about the Bear Times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
But who's getting punished? Alter Ego! Is that a Met helmet? That literally is a Met helmet. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't see that one coming.
Oh no!
Oddly specific. Somebody get this man a George Foreman grill. Stat!
So,
Oh my god.
but still, I'm gonna do my best.
Fucking hell. That...
What's the matter?
Well, to be fair, I've got one of those as well. I'm broken. I was trying to find things that are all sneaky. The killer is you.
Just as I thought.
Actually,
No. I knew about it from the very beginning. You what? I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. Then why did you let it?
What are you thinking?
yep.
The data on that laptop, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting. Fucking hell, that's a hell of a reformat.
I want to be able to help.
Very nice. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
I wouldn't say unreasonably.
Well,
Oh,
uh-huh.
there's a postscript.
What?
And to be fair, there's still the question that Kyoko asked at the end of the last class trial. She asked a very specific question. What did you do to my body? Which I've still yet to understand.
Yep.
There's still a bit more left of Sakura's note. There's more?
Huh?
Hello.
Oh, God. One other thing, Hida. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. which is the Mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Too bad. You guys?
yeah, right.
Too bad.
Wait, what's this? What's what?
What?
There's one last line in the notes. And let me just say this to the Mastermind. Fuck you! I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastards. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Well?
Fuck. I still can't wrap my head. I still can't wrap my head around half this shit. But yes, Monokuma has done something to us. And I think Kyoko noticed it earlier with the comment of, "What have you done to my body?" Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school did something to us, yes. Yes, Kyoko did. Yeah, that's exactly what I was referring to.
You.
Who?
Hey.
What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? This is not fucking Zero Escape! Same developer, but still! Now, if you were wearing a bracelet, then yeah, maybe, but you're not, so I think you're safe on that front. And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off. And the bomb explodes? Like I said, not Zero Escape. Not to mention, if we try to leave the school, there's literally gun turrets. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. I feel awful just thinking about it. Then don't think about it. Simple as. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo! But...
Yes.
Do you really want to stay down here? But? I can't even begin to imagine what she's going through right now. No, I don't think it's ego this time. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat. That's not what I mean.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. You nearly fucking did, you moron.
Stop talking.
Sorry.
I love how even that's just like, sorry. I beg your pardon?
No, 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 no! Huh?
Thank you!
What did you say?
Exactly that, sleazeball.
What the heck?
See.
Huh. What, you gonna kill her? More biting sarcasm, no wonder you don't have any friends. Yeah.
No, 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 no!
I want the abuse give and take. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. According to the narrator, we're only about halfway through it. I'm scared to fucking death if that's the case. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wait, wake up? Wake the fuck up, damn it! The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh, Jesus! Right, I have multiple questions. The first one being, how the fuck did you get in my room? That's pretty much my only one at the moment.
Yes, it's me.
Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wake up, damn it!
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. Thank fuck you don't sleep naked. At least I hope you don't.
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Well, yes, but... Again, how did you get in here?
Whew.
The door was unlocked! Jesus Christ!
Hey,
You don't have to overact like that every time you're surprised. Yeah, he kinda does.
correct.
3 in the morning, okay. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Weren't you paying attention? She specifically said 3 a.m. Anyway, what?
Makoto,
favor. It's time to repopulate the planet!
Makoto. So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die, I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Yeah, that's... I'm a bit confused by that myself, because, well, a dead person can't do much. Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor.
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. And without another word, she was gone. Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center. Wasn't that locked, though? Alright. Okay, so this chapter's actually got more for us. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. Okay, the door's still locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited. Well, I'm not breaking down the door, so I'm pretty sure what I've just done is not against the regulations. Attempting to break into locked rooms. Well, I didn't attempt to break into it. You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? True.
Hey! Unbelievable.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop! Oops. What's wrong now? Huh?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket?
You two? You guys?
Whatever, the two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Okay.
Hey. Shall we go?
Well, there's something big there. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
Hold up, what?
Whew.
I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
I beg your pardon? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering in my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Ooh, her. 7 question mark! Oh, that's just harsh. That is so harsh. 4 by gore. What is going
Mukuro
on?
Ikusaba.
Who is Mukuro Ikusaba? That is a name we have not heard once this game. I don't know about you, but after all that heavy shit, I need a break. And we are coming up on the 4-hour mark at this point. In fact, in 10 seconds, it'll be exactly 4 hours. So I think we're going to bring this one to a close, because I need to mentally process half of what I've just gone through. This is probably another episode that's hit me somewhat personally. I won't go into too much detail about it, but let's just say I am a man that has dealt with his own personal demons and is still somehow fighting the good fight. I'll leave it at that. But we still made some decent progress today. We managed to get through the rest of chapter 4. That was nice. I definitely want to give another thanks to Saren for the resub. And she's awesome. There's no two ways about that. Everyone else that stopped by, thank you all so very much for doing so. You are all awesome as well. Dare I say it, even Midgard. Don't let him hear of it. He'll never live it down. Or he'll never let me live it down, I should say. Alright. Let's see who we are raiding. Let's see. Are you accepting raids? I think you are. Yes, you are. Right. It is going to be a raid and run in this case, because I'm starting to feel a bit... If you can believe it, I'm starting to feel a bit melancholy. A lot of that chapter hit a lot closer to home than I would care to admit. But we'll be fine. We'll be ready to go for next time. But until then, folks, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay amazing, stay awesome, and stay tuned. In the meantime, folks, always remember, never take a person at face value. You don't know what's going on in their minds. even the ones that have passed from this world. Notes aside, you still don't necessarily know what went on in their mind. Take care, folks.